What up YouTube, I'm back with another episode review of Attack on Titan, the final season. It was another good episode. There hasn't been a bad episode in this fourth season of Attack on Titan, and I don't think there's been a bad episode of Attack on Titan in general. You know, the whole series has been really good, and each and every episode has been really good. But anyway, man, the episode started with Gabby kind of killing a guard that was trying to help her, you know. And I don't know exactly if he's dead, but he's certainly badly injured because of what Gabby did. Obviously, she thinks that everyone in Paradis is a devil, you know, so she doesn't really care. But yeah, man, it started like that. She faked that she was hurt and then basically killed someone. So yeah, it started crazy. Gabby and Falco ran away from where they were imprisoned the whole night, you know, so they aren't close to where they were. And I really like the conversation that Gabby and Falco had, you know, because Falco wanted to remove the armband on Gabby's arm, but Gabby didn't want to because it would mean that they would be like the devils of Paradis, you know. The only thing that differentiate them to the devils of Paradis is the armband, you know. So I thought that was an interesting conversation. Then they were found by a girl named Kaya, and then they went to a home where, you know, Sasha's family actually live, you know. So this is kind of poetic in a way because the people that help Gabby and Falco are the same people that, you know, help Sasha in a way, you know, her family, you know, her father, her mother. So it's kind of crazy that the people that help Gabby and Falco are Sasha's family because Gabby is the one that killed Sasha, you know. So it's kind of crazy that that happened. Obviously Gabby didn't want to enter their home because they are quote-unquote devils and everything. So yeah, man, that whole episode with Gabby and what was happening with, you know, the people of Paradis and everything, I thought was really interesting. One of my favorite part of this episode was the people of Paradis wanting to know what's happening with Eren Yeager right now because he's in prison and they don't know why. So I thought it was interesting because in the third season of Attack on Titan, when the scouts did their coup d'etat on the government, they didn't want to hide any information from the general public, so they put in the paper everything that they knew. But in this season, it seems like they're hiding and not divulging some of the things that has happened in the last few episodes, you know, from the public. So I thought it was really interesting, the scene with Angie and all these people and the journalists and everything. I thought it was really interesting. Then there was another scene with Hanji asking Floch and some of the other scouts why they leaked the information about Eren, and the reason that they did that is because they believe in what Eren is doing and what he did in Marley. So I really like the fact that there's different faction in the government right now, the faction that believes in what Eren did and the government faction that doesn't believe in what Eren did, you know. So I thought all that was really interesting because it seems like there's a difference in opinion, and that's normal, you know. That's what's happening in our world, and I think it's really realistic. One of the scouts that was agreeing with Floch and Eren was named Louise, and she's actually a girl that Mikasa saved 4 years ago during the Trust District attack. So I thought that was really interesting, but I really liked their conversation in general because Louise asked Mikasa why did she choose to become a scout, and then she asked if the reason was Eren, you know. And before she finished her sentence, Mikasa said to shut up, you know. So that shows how Mikasa is kind of confused and doesn't know really what to do because Eren is the reason why she chose to become a scout. She's the reason that she's alive, right? He's the reason that she's alive right now, you know. So it seems like Mikasa is really conflicted right now. So I really like that conversation because it showed us what Mikasa's mind is at right now, you know. So yeah, I really like that conversation a lot. Now, my favorite part of the episode was the conversation between Gabby, Falco, and Kaya. Kaya is the girl that Sasha saved in season 2 of Attack on Titan. So I thought it was great that she was the one that found Gabby and Falco in the forest because it made for a great conversation. She found, you know, Sasha's killer and then had a conversation about, the sins of the Eldians, so I thought it was just a great conversation overall. Gabby was basically saying that they have to repent for what their ancestors has done, and Kaya was basically saying that they haven't done anything, they're not their ancestor. Her mom that died 4 years ago during one of the attacks of the Titans didn't do anything to the world, so I thought it was a really good conversation between them. Even Gabby didn't know what to say at some point, so yeah man, it was a great conversation, and I think this is some of the conversation that needed to be had, because they have not talked about it, the two sides of the coin haven't talked about it. The Eldians in Marley or the entire world haven't talked about this conversation, so I thought it was really great. There was an end credit scene for this week's episode, which was great. It was a scene between the warriors, so Galliard, Reiner, Peak, the next Beast Titan, Colt, and Commander Magad. They were basically talking about Zeke betraying them because they found some clues, like the anti-personnel ODM gear that the scouts uses. It was modified with Marleyan technology, so it means that some people that were on the scout ship to Paradis 4 years ago stayed on Paradis, and some of them were Zeke's subordinates, so we already knew that, but it seems like the Marleyans are just now discovering that. And then the scene where the Beast Titan was quote-unquote killed, it seems like there was only an arm and a leg left, so it was kind of suspicious, so it seems like they discovered that Zeke betrayed them and everything, and it seems like they wanted to attack Paradis in 6 months with the allied forces, but Reiner basically said that 6 months is too much because they would be prepared out there, and they want to do a surprise attack, so that was cool. But yeah man, it seems like shit is about to go down. I can't wait. I don't know how they will finish this series in only 4 episodes. I don't know if there's going to be more episodes after. Maybe they're going to take a break and then make the other episodes to end this series, but I don't know how they're going to do that. We'll just have to see. But yeah man, it was a pretty good episode. I really liked it, especially the conversation between Gabby, Falco, and Kaya. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Attack on Titan the final season reviews every Sunday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, which is coming back next Tuesday. I usually do the Promised Neverland and Dr. Stone reviews, but I think I'm gonna drop them both because the Promised Neverland anime has fucked things up a lot because they didn't follow the manga, and then Dr. Stone has been kind of boring to me to review, so I'm not sure that I'm going to continue. I do Jujutsu Kaisen reviews on Fridays. It's coming back next Friday, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about what happened in last week's episode because I wasn't able to review it, but it seems like it was a great ass episode, so I'm gonna talk about it a little bit at the beginning of that review, and then I'm gonna review this week's episode. I also do One Piece episode. Usually it's coming back in the next few weeks. Spring break is coming, so I'll have time to do more things. And then Boruto Naruto Next Generation reviews on Sunday mornings. So yeah man, like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot, and follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, man. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.